What's up guys and girls, Lazy Dragon here, and welcome back to the Sexy Brutale. When we last left off, we'd been teleported into a theatre and watched Gray Grayson and Reed Rockridge die horrible deaths. It's a shame that two individuals who went to the Stan Lee school of naming characters had to die such brutal deaths. But then again, the game isn't called the sexy, rated PG for comic violence game. No, it's the Sexy Brutale game, implying that all of the deaths will be fucking brutal. So of course the first thing we have to deal with is realising that this chair is soft and inviting. I think we may just take a nap in there. But more importantly, we have to run onto the stage and deal with this egg. There is a trapdoor secured by an enormous padlock, excellent. An enormous jewelled egg, the craftsmanship is unearthly. We will not touch it. What we need to do is figure out a way to save Gray Grayson after he touches the giant egg, so that he can escape out of the trapdoor and not get turned into a slice of gorgonzola. Now in the rooms off to either side there is a switch. One on the left, one on the right. As we saw last time, Reed Rockridge ran off in order to try and turn the power off from the switch at the right. I'm thinking if we let him do that again, I can run in and hit the switch on the left, and that should kill the electricity. It's a considerably simpler plan than what we normally run with. No antidotes, no evil fish, no whatever the hell I was doing with tequila. Just good clean switches and levers, and I don't know, maybe the occasional knob to tug on. Always got to have a good knob in case of an emergency. Ah! This was very unexpected. Excuse me, sir. I'll just hide in another room. You go and commit your evil deeds. Oh, there's two of you. This is a problem. There's only one exit to this room. And that leads directly back into the room where the other two people are waiting. So hang on, now we've got two murderers spying on the guests, whilst I'm spying on the murderers from behind another door. By any chance is there a painting behind me that the eyes are moving in? Because there's another butler spying on me, spying on these guys, spying on them. No, now I'm just being spied on by the guests themselves. This is an absolute nightmare. Our spy game needs a lot of work. But thankfully all you need to do is run down a small flight of stairs and nobody will be any the wiser. Now they've put their fiendish plan into action once more. They slide the gate, his hands are trapped to the egg, and then they turn on the electricity. So task 1, stop the electricity. That's simple. Everyone knows that bit. We can do that in our sleep. Let's go crank a couple of levers to save our little friend. And then we shall burn whatever challenges come next. Is there a problem? An irrelevance? That conversation would have been really great if we could have heard, I don't know, more than 2 words of it. Get in the wardrobe, you pleb! Fine, we'll go hide behind the other door. Now you're miles away from where you need to be. They're still coming for you. This is why you don't run from your problems. The evil men will keep coming for you. You can't run forever. There's not even a keyhole. We can't even look out and see what's going on in the other room. Meanwhile, Grey is being electrocuted by a giant egg and Red is doing absolutely nothing to help him. If only we could look out of this room and see what was going on. No. Instead we'll just have to look at a mirror. The mirror is polished to a dazzling shine, although we still can't see our reflection in it. That's just lazy game developers. Now, sorry, you lot can have your picnic in here, I just want to go to the other room. There you go, you boys enjoy yourself. Still got time, we can still make the lever. We can still stop them from being impaled. Wait, what? The power is off? How is the power off? We can clearly see the power's not off, because it's electrocuting the gate. Maybe we have to turn off the one on the right hand side first. The levers! They do nothing! Okay, red's going to run off and hit that switch, so I'm going to run to the left very quickly and try and pull the switch simultaneously. Maybe that'll do it. Maybe one switch does not have the strength, but two switches. Maybe that's the ticket. Is it? Have we saved the day? No? Let's try it again. Still hasn't saved the day. We are really bad at saving the day. How does that not turn off the electricity? They're two big obvious switches. Of course the electricity should stop. Well, that did not work. Hope you're ready to see some cooked red. He's not going to be red anymore. He's probably going to be well done after that, at the very least. He's going to be grey all the way through the middle. Whereas grey, on the other hand, is going to be filled with holes. It did not work the way we were expecting it to. Okay, once more, let's take it from the top. This time without people dying a horrible death. Ooh, well this is exciting. Two things. First of all, I was messing around in the other room and found a lighter, which doesn't disappear when I reset the day. So that's one useful item. And secondly, we've got a mosaic here, which hopefully won't impale us. We scream, and inside was a collectible. That's... I mean, we're one step closer to playing blackjack, hooray! But it doesn't really keep these two people alive. God damn it, that is not an egg. His commentary is on par with mine. Now, the lighters should let us communicate with ghosts. We need to find a candle, and we need to sort of make a big fire with it. And that apparently lets us talk to the undead. So far we haven't been able to do it because we've only just got the lighter. But now that it is within our grasp, we might finally be able to have a meaningful conversation with the deceased. All of the others have just been talking about singing and dancing, which isn't really helpful when you're trying to save people. The problem with games like this is that it does very quickly devolve from let's be an amazing detective to let's run up to everything with a small circle around it and hit A, see what happens. Sooner or later something will catch fire. Seeing the spirits behind the bar floods your mind with possible drink combinations. So we've got alcohol, we've got a lighter. I'm not saying a Molotov cocktail could solve the situation, but it would at least make me feel a little better about our current predicament. However, there is a candle down here. Let's light it up. See if we can talk to the undead. Do you have anything interesting to say? And why are you dressed like a pirate? Why is every ghost in this house a pirate? Ah, you there, lackey. Will you go and tell those bloody idiots to turn the power back on? They've been buggering about with the electrics in the basement. There's a circuit breaker behind the bookshelf in the northeast library. Ha 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 ha. Yes, 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 you shut up, you're boring as well. We've got the necessary information. All we had to do was communicate with the dead via the medium of fire. Thank God this game was not made, I don't know, a couple of 100 years ago. They would have accused us of witchcraft. After they threw us in Bedlam, of course, for talking about a small box with magic moving pictures on it that you could interact with. Right, bookshelf. Circuit breaker's behind that. The secret is revealed. The power's back on! Now red, he'll run and heal that switch, so we don't need to worry about that switch. That switch is out of our mind. We need the one all the way down here on the left. Wait for red to leave the room. You know, if I was making a magic act, I would have hidden the trapdoor a tiny bit better. Maybe put a giant box in front of it or something. Right now it's kind of obvious that the magician's just going to dive down there. That's it. Red runs off and gets the switch on his side. I'll hit it on this side. 3, 2, 1, together, buddy! It's on, but nothing's happened. What? Shit, we've gone wrong. Was I supposed to pull both of them? No! We were correct, it was just the timing that was wrong. That was way easier than the last puzzle. Yeah. Complex electrics have got nothing on a woman with a beautiful singing voice. This was a piece of piss. Although he's still stuck to the egg. Red, what are you doing? The door is still locked. Ooh, that man is built like an absolute tank. Try not to break your friend in half when you rescue him from the egg. I would hate to have saved your lives only for you to snap your friend's neck by accident. They're free! In the worst sequel to Prison Break ever, a man has now escaped from his cell after getting attached to a giant egg. Hey there, boys. Care to give me your masks? Of course you do. Laughy old boy. Yeah, alright, enough with the old. Just saved all your lives. Did you do something, Lafcadio? No shit. You didn't do anything, did you? You were in the room with the circuit breaker, and you still didn't do anything. Oh, thank you, okay. Bit of gratitude, I'll accept it. That's quite enough drama for one day. Well, you say that. Have fun dying repeatedly for the next, I don't know, month or so, whilst I save the rest of the guests. Now, it's normally about this time that the Blood Woman appears, and she'll say, hey, take his mask. As if we hadn't thought to do that. Are the first words out of your mouth going to be, take his mask? No, she's just screaming my name. He was here, wasn't he? Then why? What? Oh, we're just going to take the mask without needing to be told for once. I'm glad to see Boone's learning. Always good to see a character better themselves after their friends almost get electrocuted. Grayson's light-fingered touch, a professional thief turned security expert. Grayson is an unparalleled locksmith. It allows you to crack physical locks within the mansion. Simple Pimple. He used his gifts to create many of the systems in the mansion, and most of the locks can now be broken. You have to go. Why do I have to go? How many more people do I need to rescue? This deal's getting worse all the time. And we just so happen to wake up in a room with a convenient locked box. I wonder what power we need for this one. Oh, we figured it out. And inside was a playing card, of course it is. There's always a bloody playing card with this game. How do I even get out of here? Ah, of course. We're a master of unlocking. Now it's time for our disappearing act. Through the conveniently placed trapdoor! So, is there a guest just waiting in the basement? This hotel is awful. They're just locking guests down here like rats. Very well-fed rats. This is amazing decor for a basement. You think back to all of the levels in gaming, where you end up in the basement. It's always dark and dingy and there's another playing card. But this one, I mean, this one could be a mansion in its own right. Look how much money they've spent on this basement. These 2 barrels smell bad. Maybe the ale went off. Oh, they'll probably be part of some stupid puzzle later on. We'll have to feed them to a giant monkey so that he doesn't murder somebody. We found our way back to the bar. We found the secret door to the bar. And a flashback. Who's the next one that we've got to save? Thanos Gorecki and Aurum Runes. The Blueprint Prince and the Midas Giant. It's another double bill. Take the record. There are a lot of ghosts hanging out in this bar. We'll talk to them later. But first of all, let's try and find our victims. There's another ghost, dressed as a pirate, just hanging around here. Am I headed to the main library? Will I find you a decent mystery? Ah, another playing card. Aren't you a gentleman? Another door with a convenient padlock. Hopefully there's a victim inside. I'm just trying to find some corpses. I'm not here for achievements. You discovered the library, what secrets does it hide? I don't know. I just want to find some dead people. So right off the bat we have found the guests. It's the staff, there's something wrong. Do we follow the dude in the wheelchair or do we follow the guy cosplaying the characters from Atlantis, The Lost Empire? Underrated Disney film, you should totally go and watch it. And then once you're done with that, go and watch The Brave Little Toaster Goes to Mars. It's got nothing to do with this video, it's just a great film. I don't care what anyone says. Now, who do we want to follow? Wheelchair or miner lookalike? Wheelchair, miner, wheelchair, miner, wheelchair, miner. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. It'll be easier to follow the dude who can't see where he's going. I'm really glad we decided to follow this one. Also in the daylight he looks a lot less like someone cosplaying Atlantis The Last Empire, and instead looks like somebody doing a really bad cosplay of Cyclops from the X-Men. Cyclops if he gained about 60 pounds and had a neckbeard. God damn it, there's another ghost in the way. Get out my way, ghost. Trying to save someone's life here. Stop singing the jaunty tune. That's why we need the record. We take the record off here and get that fatso to move out the way of the door. If you don't know the password, you don't get through. Oh, son of a... Guys, I'm trying to save people. Well, I guess we're going to have to wrap things up here. Next episode, we're going to have to deal with a bunch of ornery ghosts before we can save the day. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. We've made a complete circle of the mansion, and now we've been stopped by the undead. Yeah. But if you've got any games that you'd like to see played on this channel, then feel free to leave them in the comments down below. And until next time, farewell everyone.